All right, now, thank you so much for coming. I see 5 people. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me find myself here. Woo, it's Monday morning. I'll tell you. Actually, it's almost Monday afternoon. Welcome in. Hey. So, got some people. Let me say hey. Trying to find my. Okay, we got Scott. Oh, nice. We got Carrie Ryan. Hello. Let me see. We'll put you on the screen here. Carrie, hello. Hi. Scott, you're awake and working. Are you working? I heard you in the other live stream. And we got Miss Suzanne. Thank you. Good day. Love it. And Gulf Coast. Yeah. Granny. Charlotte. Miss Charlotte. Hey, girl. All right now. So here we are. Monday motivation. I told you I was going to be late today. I slept in a little bit, which meant like 8. That's not real late, is it? It is not. Oh, well, it is what it is. But it's Memorial Day. I won't say happy Memorial Day, but I'll say, remember those who've served, and also have fun with your families after we're done here. And thank you to everybody who's supporting the channel, and we appreciate replays. Yeah. All right now. Okay. So this is what's been on my mind the last few days. And I'm still back at, it's nice to sleep in. Yes, it is. Yeah, it was nice. And of course, I stayed up too late, because when you're off, you're like, yeah, you get all excited. I think that's what happens to me. Even though I have nothing to do today, we had evil plans of going to the flea market. Did not happen. I just didn't feel like driving there. Like, it's weird. And I said, plus I'm trying not to buy like random, crap that I don't need because it's easy to do. Yeah. And there's Scott. So how are you doing, Mr. Scott? Mr. Scott. Good to see you. Yes, yes. So anyways, but thank you all for coming in. It's good. So this is a really short situation. And I'm still finishing my coffee. I drink 2.5 of these, which is a lot. I gotta really, because I think that's what it is. I think caffeine is officially making me, it's starting to get to me now. So I have to really calm down. I think I've been doing too much. So there it is. All right. So today is just very simply, if there's something that you ever want to do in life, today is the day to start. And, whether that's a bucket list and, you can fill in the blank. And just, I want you to think about this while I'm sort of talking about it. Fill in the blanks of things that you want to do. Whether it's, for me, like I said, I started this family, trying to spend more time with family. And that so far has been relatively successful. It's a shame, like my kids are a little bit far away, so I have to really travel. And also I have to work around their work schedule. And so that's been a goal that's always been on my mind, probably for about a year. Just trying to spend more time and quality time, with my immediate family. Yeah. So that's just an example. And then there's other goals, like you say, so just going back, you have short-term goals, usually a day to maybe 30 days, 60 days. A medium-term goal might be 6 months to a year. And then a long-term goal would be a 5-year plan, kind of like that. Now, 5-year plans are tricky because they can change. 5 years is a long time, but that's okay. And the whole thing is, the idea is to take small steps. You don't have to change your entire life completely today, but in order to change your life, you have to get started now. So I have a couple of quotes that I'm going to read and that kind of address that situation. All right, so let me put this out here first. So, first quote, and this is from Vincent Van Gogh, and he was a painter. I guess, was he impression? No, not impressionist. Abstract. Yeah, he had some really odd stuff going on. I mean, mostly kind of realistic painter. Pretty cool. But he did have some issues. But one of the things that he did say was that great things are done by a series of small things brought together. Okay. So great things are done by a series of small things brought together. So that goes back to the thing that I always say, small steps. You don't have to change the world in one day. I mean, you can, but you might get some resistance. But I think, short, quick little steps Any alterations that you can do will help you out. Yep. Okay, here we go. Here is Scott's short-term goal: cruise more often. Medium-term goal: cruise every month. I love that. Long-term goal: cruise every day. Ooh, okay. So are you one of those people who wants to retire on a cruise ship? It sounds like. Yes, interesting. I have never, I've been sort of looking at these things, because when you reach middle age, you start thinking about retirement and stuff like that. Well, you should. You should probably do it sooner. But when you reach a certain age, you kind of go, "Ooh, I got to figure out like what I want to do. Like, what do you want to be when you grow up? What's the rest of your life? What do you want to do? So yeah. And let's see. Oh, Miss Ellie came in. Good to see you. Ellie's Yarny Craft some more. Good to see you. Hi, Kelly. You'll be listening and driving. All right. Well, thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you coming in. So that's the thing. So make sure you just think about some of those weird, odd, unusual things that you've somehow, usually in life, usually if you get married and have a kid and have several kids or things like that, you sort of put your goals on hold. But hopefully, when the kids get a little older and a little more self-sufficient, you kind of say, like you start thinking about, you really should, anyway, you should think about yourself all along. But I know that like a lot of women, and I'm kind of guilty of that, I sort of put my goals and things on the burner while I tried to like uplift my kids, and that was kind of my tunnel vision way of dealing with children. But that may not be the smartest way. I don't know. You gotta let me know. Let's see. Oh, okay. So Charlotte's saying, I have a medium-term goal of learning to watercolor paint by filling up a watercolor journal with a new skill every day. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, and you find, I know, I used to do a little bit of painting myself. Well, actually, I painted, but I drew more. I was sketching more, but I was drawing every day. And that's one of those things, Charlotte, that if you start doing that every day, you are going to be so good by the time, probably within 3-6 months, you're going to be like a winner. I mean, you're winning now, but you're going to be really winning. So that's a nice, interesting goal. I love it. Yeah. So she's got a journal, and you see, you're fancy. Oh, and I guess it's a short term goal because there's only 48 pages. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I got it now. But hey, you got to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere for sure. And then she's saying, at my age, short term and long term have completely different meanings than when I was 20. That is correct. Yes. And I understand that. See, and that's kind of what my point is. You have to sort of look at where you are in life, and then you sort of figure it out from there. And we have Miss Tina. Tina came in. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So that's the first quote. I mean, I'm going to write this down so you can sort of see it too. But the next one. So speaking of, starting now, right? This is Mark Twain. And he said, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. So let that marinate for a minute. Okay. And I think I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna take a sip first. And then from your lips to God's ears. I know, but you know what? You got to do it. You have to do it. It's weird. Like I said, I was always a go-getter, sort of. But but as I've gotten older, I've said, "Ooh, we got to do some stuff." And I saw this documentary. This is not like the best example, but I saw this documentary on Tupac like years ago. I can't remember who the heck did it and why. But one of the things that I noticed about him was that he was working like I don't know if he knew that he was going to go, really short, he was going to spend a short time on this earth, but he worked like a maniac. I call it a maniac, just somebody who worked 24 hours a day and and just kept going and just kept producing and producing. And I said, man, I'm sitting on my, and I said, I got to start. Not that I want to be him, but I said, man, you really don't accomplish anything if you just, status quo everything. So that's the only reason why I say, start today. Yes. And there's Chai Sun. Hello, good morning. I mean, cruising is fun anytime. Sorry, good morning. Good to see you. Cruising is fun anytime. Bad reading. And then let's see. So Gulf Coast Granny is saying, at this point, I'm wondering if I'm going to outlive my cats. Yeah. I know it's crazy, but I'm gonna put that first quote on the screen here. And I'm gonna let that marinate. Let's see. Hang on. I gotta fix this. Yeah, let's do this guy. Hopefully it's looking good. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. All right. There we go. I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna write this on the first one here. So I just want this to, and the reason why I write this is I just want to make sure that you, let me make sure. Yeah, this looks, oh yeah, it's good. Oh, here's my mug. I want to show you, this is from the other day. Put the lid on here so I don't have mayhem. But thirst to succeed. I didn't even know I had this. Thirst to succeed. So I just want to make sure that you guys see that. Yeah, that's just something to think about while we're playing around. All right, here we go. So let's see. So the first one is, this is Vincent Van Gogh. Okay. So great things are done. I'm just going to do this real quick by a series. And hopefully this will fit. Small things. Small things brought together. Okay. Brought together. I forget how they pronounce this in Dutch. I don't think. Here we go. So I'm going to put this here. Great things are done by a series of small things brought together. Okay. So that's life. You got to take little steps. Okay. All right. Now we got Susan E. Hello. Yes. Yeah. Good to see you. Welcome in. So today, like I said, the plan is you have to do it now. You know what I mean? If you just want to start something, you have to take small steps now. And that's what all these quotes are related. All right, let's do this one. This is the second one. This is the Mark Twain. And I'm going to leave that one there for a moment. Hopefully I won't have a mayhem here. There we go. So this is Mark Twain. Let's put this. Mark Twain. Okay. And hopefully this will get you guys thinking about, what you can do to move your lives forward. Okay. I'm going to let this one. Getting started. So that's it. So those are the two. So I guess you can see both of those. That's nice. Okay, good. Excellent. So it fits in the camera. So let's go. I'm going to go back. And I've got two more. And then we're going to go from there. And we're going to start this day. You know what I mean? Sorry, my little IBringit Everyday is blocking. I hate when that happens. There we go. Let me see if I can move that up a little bit. There we go. Nice. So that's it. So there we go. We got two things there. All right. So let's see what everybody has to say. Yeah, that saying reminds me of patchwork quilts I've put together. Ah, that's what Susan's saying. Yeah. But good to see you. Cruising is fun. Thanks for coming in. Okay. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. All right. So now the next one that I want to talk about is, now this is interesting. This is a Chinese proverb. And one of the things that they said was, now listen to this. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So let that marinate for a minute. I'm going to read that one again. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Yes. So what do you think of that one? Yeah. So in other words, and the way I interpret that one is, you know how I kind of liken this to the stock market. You know how they always say, hey, the best time to buy, Amazon or something was back in whatever year they came out. I can't even remember. It's been so long. Things like that. So getting in on the ground level and things like that is great. But not everybody is that fortunate to be able to do that. Um, but you know what? You can start now changing your life. Like you don't have to be first. And it's funny because I've heard that like the good thing is if you're relatively young, you have time. You have time to make those changes and to see the effect of those changes, because a lot of changes do take time. You know what I mean? And so, although it's great to get on the ground level, you can't necessarily, get there all the time. But yeah, so there's that, right? So that's crazy. Yeah, so that's really interesting. So I'm going to write that one down, and I'm going to say yes. And Nightbot, thank you, is saying thanks to all those who support the I Bring It Everyday channel. So I'm going to tear this one last piece out. Sorry about the crinkle. Do this quick. Okay, here we go. All right now. And then we're going to do this last one. So like I said, these are two things that kind of say start now. Start moving now. And but also you only have to do small steps. You don't have to change your life in one day. I don't expect anybody to do that. But I just like to say just plant those seeds to have people keep going, right? All right. So and then the thing is, if you want to be successful, you just have to start. You have to make that decision. Yeah. So there we are. All right, let's go to this. I'm going to put that Chinese proverb on there next. And then, oh yeah, this is good. I like this. Okay. So I'm going to put this in here. And this is very long, and I appreciate you staying in here, Okay. Yep. Ooh. But I really think this is interesting, and I think especially when you are young, you have more time, you have more time to fix things. But that doesn't mean that you know that your life is over if you're not young. Yes. Let's put this in. But I like this because I was just thinking about this last night, and I said this is pretty good. And of course, I'm going to say now, and this is my deal, and this is the Chinese proverb. Okay. All right now. Let's see if that's in there. There we go. Yep. So I'm going to let that marinate. Yes. And let me know what you think of these. But like I said, it's make those changes now. Yes, it is literal and figurative. Yeah, that is true, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what Charlotte's saying. So that's what I think, But like I said, it's good to get in on the ground floor, and when you're young, you can definitely make changes. So like the only thing, like I said, I always think of this as like the stock market. If you were fortunate enough to have, joined the stock market in the 50s, you made out like a fat rat, until recently where the stock market kind of fell. But if you got in on those companies that were very, very successful early, you did earn a lot of money in the stock market. But that being said, if you start now, in 10, 20 years, you're definitely, maybe not even that long, but let's just say, just using the stock market analogy, over a lifetime, you can save and earn a lot of money, through investing and saving, things like that. So yeah, but like I said, you start now. If you make changes, if you have bad habits, you change them now, and that's where you're at. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's do the last one. And like I said, this is going to be a quick one today. So like I said, you guys, let me see. I'm going to do this last one. And this is what I was thinking about also. I have to keep saying this to myself over and over again. And this is for me as well. This is for me as well. Yep. But anyway, so the last one is, uh-oh, this is sticking. There we go. Let me put it in the shot. All right, very good. All right now. So the last one is happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. And this is from the Dalai Lama. So I'm going to put this in here. This is something else that, to marinate. And I'm hoping this will give you just some food for thought. So once again, I believe this is about making changes too. And I'll tell you why in just a second. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Actions. Okay. Let me see if I can get that in the shot. Maybe spell this right here. The Dalai Lama. I don't know if there's been a lot of Dalai Lamas, so I hope it's this. I think it's the one that's current, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But anyway, so there it is. So in life, you have to think about it. So anyway, so here's the deal. So at the IBringit Everyday channel, what our plan is every week is that I'm trying to give everybody a little bit motivation to start your week off on a positive note. But and then the thing is, whatever you sort of, I don't know if you believe in this, but whatever you, so it's sort of this karma thing, whatever you put out to the universe is sort of what you get back. And I mostly agree with that. And so the thing about it is the positivity. So we also want to be positive, on this channel as well. So the thing is, every day that you get up, you make a choice, how you want to approach the day. So if you approach the day with positivity, and if you choose to be happy, this is something that has to come within you, and that's the whole thing that this quote sort of, you know, alludes to. And so that's one of the things that I've been really working on over these last probably a year and a half, is started to choose happiness, make positive changes in my life, and to keep moving forward. And so that's kind of the final quote. But anyway, I see Butterroll Boutique's here. Good morning. All right, now welcome in. So there we go. So like I said, I'll run through these quotes real quick, but I'm just hoping that I appreciate you guys coming out and supporting the channel, and I hope that these positive messages help in some way. And let me know if you've done any any of the exercises to and if it's helped, if it's helped you out, let me know, because I'm always curious if this is really helping people out. Because like I said, the whole thing is you want to choose, you can make changes now. Happiness is a choice. Oops, I got a little water on there. Happiness is a choice. Yep. And let's see. And then remember, the secret of getting ahead is just getting started. You got to start little steps. And then great things are done by a series of small things. Once again, alluding to those small steps. Yeah. So there it is. So that's my motivation for today. I want to say, have a good, there you go. Have a great Memorial Day. Spend time with your family and eat some good food. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm having a steak today. Woohoo! Little things. There we go. Yes. Oh, you're welcome, Susan. Yep. And as always, I say thank you very much for coming in and enjoying the show. And come back. Please like and share. Well, you don't have to share, but please like and subscribe if you're already not a member. And also check out all the people in green. But you can check out each other, on the channels. But I think most of us really know each other, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so there we are. So any other plans? Anybody want to share anything you have planning, going forward? So today, like, I've been sort of going through, like if you're a crafter, you have a lot of supplies. So I'm going through supplies and checking out, some stuff that I'm working on. And oh, good. Thank you so much. Yep. I'm going to put this here. Yep. Oh, thank you so much, Charlotte. hopefully everything's going well with all you guys. It's been really good to I like this. I'm going to put that there for a minute. Yeah. That kind of fits the little graphic here. Here we go. Yeah. Uh-oh. There we go. That's better. Yep. But yeah, and that's really it. I just, trying to give a little helpful reminders of ways that you can face the week, because sometimes, like I said, Mondays can be very challenging. But it felt good today to sleep in and get a little work, get a little. I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm working on that. It's going to be actually lunchtime. But that's what we're going to be doing. And I'll probably be doing some crafting a little bit later. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. And I need to get in the yard. There's all these things. So, like I said, take care of yourselves, eat well, get a little exercise, and create something fun. And yeah. Oh, here, I'll give you this. My husband did this real quick. I forgot he left me this. I don't know if I can do it now. I'll do one thing. So hopefully this will give you some positive vibes. Let's see if I can do this correctly here. I am not good at this. So he gave me this bowl, this sound bowl. Let's see if I can do it. I don't know. Oh, let's just start. There we go. All right now. Send some positive vibes. All right. So anyway, well, thank you so much. And we'll see you soon. And let me see. I'll flip over real quick. And yeah, this is good. All right. Okay. There we go. Yay, we did it. We did it. So thank you so much. And then we're going to play out. Yes, have a great day all. Yes, for sure. All right now. And then we'll say I'll play out to Drizzle. I'm going to have to grab him, see how he's doing. I haven't talked to him in a while. My buddy. All right, here we go. All right now. Okay. Thank you so much.
When she bring it every day. How often does she bring it every day? Knitting, crafting, singing, even crochet. When does she bring it every day? I bring it every day. 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 When does she bring it every day? How often does she bring it every day? Knitting, crafting, singing, crochet. When does she bring it every day? Cooking up something hot on Friday night. Come and stop by. I bring it every day.
All right. And you guys have a good day. And we'll see you soon. Okay. And good to see you, Cal. That's the other Kelly. All right now. Take care. Bye-bye.